Look at this Audi Q7. It's a 2006 model and it's done 187,000 kilometres. But you'd certainly never know that from looking at it. It's champagne in colour. It's got 20-inch wheels, Audi wheels, which I think look the best on this model. And it looks like it's got all new Cooper Discoverer tyres. Just look at the interior. It's got Bluetooth, a reverse camera, 2 remote keys, a very good service history. Looking at the logbook, I can see a belt and water pump change. It's just amazing. You see some of these Audi Q7s with 60 or 70,000 kilometres and they're in nowhere near as good a condition as this car. So it's champagne with beige leather interior. It's got rear blinds. And I think it's incredible value for money. A lot of people say, yeah, look, you know, I'd rather find one with 120 or 140,000 kilometres, whatever it might be, which is great. But at these kilometres, you know that a lot of the work's been done, timing belts, etc. And with a diesel European car like this, it's really all about how it's been looked after. Over the years, I've seen Q7s like this one with 80-odd thousand kilometres and it's had about 2 services in its whole life. And I can tell you, despite the fact it's got low kilometres, it's not going to be a very good car. It's got the 3-litre turbo diesel engine. A lot of people also ask, does it have the tow pack? Unfortunately, it doesn't. The good thing, though, is that it hasn't been towing. It hasn't been pulling a 3.5-tonne boat or a caravan or anything like that, putting unnecessary strain on the gearbox, engine mounts, gearbox mounts, and the engine. It's got rear parking sensors, a reverse camera, as I mentioned, and it's just gorgeous. I like the colour because I see a lot of silver and black cars with black interior and I just find them a little bit boring. That's right, it's a bit dark in there, but it is a 7-seater. We'll open up the back actually and have a look. So it's got an electric boot. Look at the carpet. It doesn't look like a car which have had children in it. So it's got the factory coloured mats. And I've done the same thing. They've bought some factory Audi mats which are black as well. Because if you live on a property or if you're in and out of the car in the wet, the carpets do get dirty almost immediately. There's some storage. It's got the rear cargo barrier there, or blind. All the back seats fold down. It is a 7-seater. The seats are currently folded away. So I'll just press this button to close the tailgate. It was owned by a very fussy owner. He worked next door to a European workshop who specialised in Audi, and it's always been very well looked after. I mean, for me personally, I really do like to see cars with 150, 200, 250 or even 300,000 kilometres which have been looked after, because it's just really nice to see. We've had a number of impressive cars through here with up to 450,000 kilometres in good condition. We had a Volkswagen Touareg with 440,000 kilometres from memory, and that was actually a very good car because it's been looked after. There's your 2 remote keys. It doesn't have a sunroof, but for me that just gives you extra headroom. If you're tall, you don't have to worry about parking outside and your sunroof leaking. Even the wheels look brand new. I don't know if they've been fully refurbished or if it does have new wheels. The headlights are very good as well. That's just a reflection from outside, but they're nice and clear. They haven't oxidised. I don't think this is a car which has been parked outside for long periods of time. And overall, it's just a very impressive car. The 3-litre turbo diesel engine is economical and reliable. These have a great towing capacity. This engine is used in many different makes and models, so parts aren't a problem. We've been looking at these Q7s. I spoke to someone today, in fact, who had looked at a couple and was a bit upset by the condition, which is understandable. This is a 2006 model. It's been around for 10 years. Potentially one of these cars might have had a family of 6 in and out of it for 10 years, going to sport, soccer, the snow, the shops, whatever it may be. And you know what, over that 10 years, they're going to get some bumps, scrapes, scratches, etc. Some are worse than others, and some are actually the exception, which is this car. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. We are the Old Timer Centre. We specialise in European cars.